course, it's the last edition of the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions here on Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of God's own state. Happy new month to you. It is expected, isn't it, that there be developments across political parties, especially as the campaign is within touching distance and the post still a far cry. Power play, political intrigues. The most recent being in the camp of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Apga, whereby on Monday it's reported that an erstwhile chairman of the party, a chieftain, Prince Nanuke, led his supporters to take over the state secretariat of the party here in Umuahia on the strength of an alleged court ruling reinstating him as the party chairman. So on the platform this morning, we'll be digging deep into this very issue as we will be speaking with the main actors of this very drama as well to get in-depth knowledge about this very issue.
Here is political updates. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has slammed the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, Iyorchie Ayu, for alleging gratitude and arrogance after he was assisted to get the seat of national chairmanship of the party. The governor said this during the commissioning of Omerelu internal roads in Ikwere local government area of the state. Wike challenged Ayu to show himself as a man of honor and integrity by fulfilling his promise that he will vacate the chairmanship seat if the northern region produces the presidential candidate of the party.
I thought, as a chairman of the party who wants to win election, your business is to bring peace to your party. It's not to divide your party. It's not to show arrogance to your party. That's why you said we are children. Yes, the children brought you to the chairman of the party. The children brought you from the gutter to make you chairman. It is the children. Arrogance cannot take you to anywhere. Now we are saying that you don't want the party to win election. We will help you. You say you founded this party. When you left the party, people stood and brought out the company to what it is today. You have no moral right to still come and claim that you founded that party and that company.
On his part, former Deputy National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Bode George, says the utterances of the party's national chairman, Iyorchie Ayu, shows maturity.
You see, you hear when a serving national chairman of our party is calling elected governors that they are children. Does he think that children don't grow? Or there is a life perpetual on him? We need to watch our language. It shows to me that it is him that is immature.
Moving on, ahead of the 2023 general elections, the Labour Party has inaugurated an 11-man committee to steer its diaspora activities and ensure inclusiveness of members of the party outside the country. During the inauguration in Abuja, the national chairman of the party, Julius Abure, said the committee was born out of the need to address the desire of Nigerians living abroad to be included in the party's campaign train. The committee was also charged with the responsibility of fundraising for the party, among others. And back home in Abia State, the governor, Okezie Ikpeazu, is urging Abians to approach the 2023 general election with deep sense of patriotism and seriousness to elect leaders who would build on the foundation laid by his administration. Governor Ikpeazu, who stated this at the grand finale of the 31st anniversary celebration, marking the creation of the state and the presentation of staff of office to SS-elect in different communities of the state, noted that though there were challenges, Abia has remained steady in the path of progress in almost every aspect, ranging from the infrastructure, education, and health sector, which feature leaders of the state and build on. That's political updates. My name is Ginika Oluoha.
Thank you for staying with us and very much grateful
this
for
call
that.
Is now being recorded.
Thank you very much, Ginika Oluoha, for that political update. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions here on Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of God's own state. My name is Wisdom Thomas, and like I told you before we went on that very political break, we're looking at the drama which played out there at the State Secretariat of the All Progressives Grand Alliance on Monday, whereby it is reported that an erstwhile chairman of the party took his supporters to that very place and took over the state secretariat of that party. And I'm going to be speaking to Prince Nana Ukebo, who is a chieftain of the Apga in the States and of course an erstwhile chairman. He's joining us virtually this morning. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good morning.
It's good to have you. So let's get into the swing of things already. Sir, can you tell us more about this court judgment, which, according to you, has reinstated you as the chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance in the state?
Good morning. Before I do that, I just want to ask you a simple question. Do you believe in the rule of law?
Of course, everyone everyone
and
believes
you
in the
believe
rule of
in the
law.
Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That is certain. Go ahead.
So why are you still addressing me as Eastwell state chairman?
It is part of the conversation.
Why are you creating the impression?
Hello, sir.
Listen.
That is part of the conversation this morning. That's why we brought you on board, to hear your own side of the story. Can you stay?
There's no more. Listen, there's no more my own side of the story.
I'll be very grateful if you stay in line with the questions this morning. Abians are listening to you right now. I hope you understand that.
Of course, and
Good.
I don't want you to misrepresent the facts.
It is down to you.
You are a journalist, and you must report the facts and nothing but the facts.
Hello, sir.
You must leave. Hello, too. You must leave your own personal interpretations of the facts. Tell the people the truth.
Well understood.
The facts of the matter is that there is nothing like Israel state chairman.
So can you tell us?
Listen, you asked me a question, and I'm answering the question. That was why I asked you whether you believe in the rule of law.
Okay.
A court of appeal, the court of appeal sitting in Owerri, affirmed me as the authentic state chairman of our great party, the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Apga, Abia State Chapter. The court processes and the court judgment were formally enforced on the 30th day of August 2023. The court and the security agencies gave me access to the state secretariat of our great party, and we commenced work. There is really nothing ambiguous in that. A court of law made a pronouncement under a sane society. It shouldn't be open to any form of controversy. Once the court speaks, you obey the court pronouncement. If you are still aggrieved, you can challenge that decision at the higher court. Right now, anybody who still feels aggrieved by the Court of Appeal pronouncement should head to the Supreme Court. That ought to be the message to the people of Abia State.
Okay, thank you very much. Tension have of course reduced at this moment. Let's move on. Many are alleging that it's your stock in trade, especially when elections are imminent, and they equally say that you are sponsored by the People's Democratic Party to put your house, as you said, in chaos. How do you react to this very one?
Of course, the loser must have his propaganda. The loser must have a story to tell to save face. This judgment in question was delivered, the High Court judgment was delivered sometime in 2018. Those who felt aggrieved, I wasn't the one who went to the Court of Appeal. They went to the Court of Appeal to challenge the Umuahia.
Who went to the Court of Appeal? Can you tell us?
The party, and well, I don't like name calling, and the Reverend Augustine Ehemere faction.
Very well.
Went to the Court of Appeal to challenge the Umuahia High Court pronouncement.
Okay.
That affirmed me as the substantive state chairman of the party. They went on appeal in 2019. You should be asking them, what took them so long in prosecuting the appeal? I was only a respondent at the Court of Appeal.
So you are saying,
ask them, how come
you are saying
they dilly-dally until now?
You are saying
I wasn't responsible for elongating the appeal process.
Sir,
so ask those people.
Are you saying they were the ones who took you to court in tandem with this very issue? And
that is what I'm telling. That is exactly the point I'm making. I can send you the judgment, and you will see who the appellant were. Okay. I wasn't the person who went on appeal. They did. I didn't want to resort to self-help by taking the laws into my hands. I waited quietly until they exhausted the appeal process. So coming back to say, I always come out at the time of election and all those. I mean, it's neither here nor there. Ask them what took them so long in prosecuting the appeal. That should be the question, not the other way around.
Okay, what took them so long in prosecuting the appeal? Okay,
prosecuting the appeal.
We with this very situation, I mean, that of Monday, where it is very obvious there are factions as long as that very party is concerned now, with the unsettling tensions here and there. Aren't you concerned that this could have an impact on your party's chances come the polls, especially with the campaign in touching distance?
Fortunately, no. By the actions we took on Tuesday, we have managed and succeeded in unifying all. Well, let me use your terminology. All the factions in Apga. There's no more faction in Apga.
Truly, is that the case?
There's no more faction. Anybody who feel aggrieved, see, the press owe it to the citizenry of this country. Tell these people what the law says. Tell them what is obtainable in a democracy. Democracy is anchored on the rule of law. What is the rule of law? Law over selfish, over personal interests. Once the law speaks, you respect the law and abide by it. You can't come back and say, I know agree. If you still feel aggrieved, if Inhemer and Co still feel aggrieved, advise them to go to the Supreme Court. That should be the thrust of this interview. It should be the thrust of this discussion. Tell them what to do in a democracy. Other than that, you'll be helping to invite anarchy in our system. They should go to Supreme Court and challenge the Court of Appeal pronouncement. As of now, there's no more faction in Apga.
Well, that's
and what is happening in Apga? Let me come. What is happening in Apga is for the good of the party. Because the people you keep on referring as the leaders of the party, we are no leaders. They were just merchants who were there to enrich themselves. Have you seen the petition written by over 22 members of the state exco against Augustine Ehemere and 3 others? Where they stole 56 million 470,000 of party funds. I wasn't the maker of that petition.
That's an allegation, kind of.
It's not an allegation.
Okay.
When we took over the party office on Tuesday, Ehemere quickly ran to the commissioner of police and told the police that we stole 50 million. He left in the party office.
Okay.
So it's the money that is left to have stolen.
Okay, let us stay with the issue now. With your claim to the throne still in question, you've said they should.
It is no longer in question. Why are you finding it difficult to understand basic law? Stop misinforming the people. It's no longer in question. If the Court of Appeal makes a pronouncement,
I would appreciate,
and you say it is still in question, what do you mean by that?
I would appreciate if you allow me to do my part of this very job this morning.
And I will also appreciate if you present the facts as they are.
Let us move on. According to you, if eventually things work out the way you are stipulating this morning, would you and your executive validate the primaries that produced the standard bearer of your party? I'm talking about Professor Gregory Ibe. Would you validate him as the authentic standard bearer of your party going into the polls, and of course the campaign still in touching distance?
I've said this thing over and over again. The leadership puzzle, let me use it, because I mean you guys are in love with that terms, and every time that is the puzzle in the past has nothing to do the emergence of candidates of our party. We are not contesting over anybody's candidature. There are candidates and there are party executives. The tussle is only limited to the party executive. The party has already produced their candidates.
Okay. Okay, well enough. Now, sir, assuming you are approached for reconciliation, especially by the other faction, the one led by Reverend Augustine Ehiemere, would you budge? Would you change your stance? What are going to be the terms for that very reconciliation to take the center stage?
Well, I will also advise you to do a research on my background. I brought Ehiemere into this party. Some time ago, he left this party and went elsewhere. He came back to me and knelt down, and I accepted him back into the fold of the party. I don't really see him as an opponent. He's my boy. I made him what he is in politics. If peradventure he sees his foolishness, and like the prodigal son,
I would love it.
Like the prodigal son,
I would love it if you
back to his father.
I would love it if you stay civil in terms of your usage of words.
I'm very civil, but a man who calls himself a friend, who tells lies to the police.
I want to understand.
Over such an individual.
I hope you know that the millions of Albians are listening. So you
very well, and I want them to know the character.
Your choice of words should be very, very civil as much as you can.
If today he comes back, like I did in the past, I'll welcome him back to the party. I have no personal grudge against him. What we are saying is that the Apga, or the Apga as currently consulted under him, could not have delivered any meaningful result to the party. If you doubt what I'm saying, go and ask Dr. Elect Soti.
You've said quite a lot, but you are yet to answer the question. If there is a reconciliation party coming your way saying, can we do things again? Can we reconcile on our front, just about to ensure we have a formidable force going into the polls? Would you accept it? And what would be the terms?
I said yes. It's really nothing. The entire struggle is not on personal issues. I will.
Okay.
What are the terms of conciliation? The terms are already there. There's a court judgment. Everybody should obey and respect the court judgment. Other than that, what will have is anarchy. Respect the judicial pronouncement. Okay. That's all.
It's been an amazing moment talking to you, Prince Nana Ukebu. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning.
Nana Ukebu, what? Why are you shying away from the truth? Why are you dragging your feet?
Oh goodness!
Who am I? Who is Prince Nana Ukebu? Say it.
Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning. At this very moment, we have to go on a very short break, and when we make a return, we will definitely continue this conversation. I was speaking actually with Prince Nana Ukebu, the erstwhile chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, who, according to him, he says he is the authentic chairman of the party. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to break. When we return, the platform will continue. And guess what? We're going to be speaking to the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance. I'm talking about Reverend Augustine Ehiemere. So stay with us. It's been an interesting time this morning, isn't it? I mean, looking at the issues unraveling from the camp of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Apga. That's in the wake of the event of Monday where my guest and his supporters went to the state secretariat and took over the party secretariat. And then we've been speaking to him this morning. He says he is the authentic chairman of the party, giving the court ruling according to him. But at this moment, what we do is all inclusive. We have to speak to the other side, and he's joined us now. At this moment, we're going to be talking to Reverend Augustine Ehiemere, the chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance in the state. Can you turn down the volume on your radio, sir?
Hello.
It's good to have you join us. I'm sure you've been following proceedings already.
Go ahead, yes, I'm listening.
Okay, let's get into the swing of things. We learned you have petitioned the IGP for the event of Monday, whereby the erstwhile chairman of your party did come to the party, took over the same, and then he said he has a court ruling in that regard. So tell us, can you confirm that for us?
Of course, we have done that. And because the man called Prince Nnamdi, an impostor, political trader, a jobber, and who an intruder, came in and broke into our state secretariat. And of course, we had his plan on time because our ears on ground. As a party that is ready and prepared, to change the leadership narrative of this state, we reported to the police. We notified them, and they deployed officers, to that effect. And Nnamdi really came there with his hoodlums and used an expired court interlocutory injunction and deceived the police. And of course, you know that whenever police is on duty and see a kind of order, they will always, step down.
We will definitely get to that very point.
Okay. All right.
Having confirmed that, yes, you've written to the IGP in that regard.
Yes, I said yes.
Can you tell us the details of the petition?
Well, the details of petition, we have petitioned to the IG, against what he did, because breaking and entering is a criminal offense, and they carted away valuables, took our generators, took money, took valid documents, broke and forcefully entered that place. It's a criminal offense now. It's a criminal offense. So it's better addressed there than here, and that's that.
Okay, still on that very issue, were you not aware of the court case before now? If you were aware, what were the efforts you did put in place to at least reconcile the aggrieved party before it unraveled to what actually transpired there on Monday?
Aggrieved what? Sorry? Can you come again? Sorry.
I said, were you aware of the court order, which reinstated, I'm talking about Prince Ukebu as the chairman of your party? If you were aware, what efforts did you make to try and reconcile his side of the coin, just about to impede what really transpired on Monday from happening?
I have used a simple word for you, Mr. Speaker. Ukebu is an impostor and can never in his whole life be the state chairman of this party until my tenure is over. Ukebu was sacked in 2014. He went to court, secured an interlocutory injunction. And I want to ask, interlocutory injunction, how many days? It has a date of it. It expired in 14 days. It expired. This is an interlocutory injunction, an order he got in 2014 that expired long ago. He himself and his interlocutory injunction, they are expired forces. Ukebu is not the state chairman of this party, and there is no faction in Apga state. He is an intruder that is being used by, he made himself a willing tool in the hands of people who are political traders. Ukebu is a firing and hiring politician. Money is his interest, and not the welfare of this state.
If I heard you clearly, you mentioned that he made himself a willing tool. Are you alleging that there are external forces behind what is transpiring in your party?
Of course. Do you recall?
If yes,
I was IPAC state chairman of this party. I was the IPAC state chairman, and in course of election of IPAC, Ukebu came with this same order. Expired order. He came with this same order.
So where do you think this influence? Where do you think this influence is coming from? Can you wrap your hands around it.
I wonder why you are asking. Chukwutensi on Love FM on Wednesday claimed and owned that he is his sponsor, that he sponsors him. Of course, we know where Chukwutensi is coming from. So we know all this. So Ukebu came to stop me from contesting as a IPAC state chairman. And eventually, when the office of the National Secretariat was called, they confirmed me there and then at INEC that I am the state chairman of the party. And I was allowed to go in. I contested and I won that election. The same order.
No.
I tell you, can you please listen? Can you please listen? Sorry? Listen, please. And the court he was talking about in 2018 that proclaimed that he pronounced that he is the state chairman. I was standing in the dock. The judge asked Nanukebu, you said you are a state chairman. Last 4 years ago, you did the same thing. Today, you are here and you say you are a state chairman. In the next 4 years, you will also come back and say you are a state chairman. He has come back with the same order. And the judge told him you are a gold digger. Never parade yourself again as a state chairman of this party.
In as much as there could be tensions flaring here and there, I think it's very important that we put the usage of our words in check. We'll go on a very short break. When we return, we'll continue to talk to Reverend Augustine Ehemere, the chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, this morning on the platform. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. It's the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, the very last edition of the week. And we've been looking at the scenario which played out at the Apga State Secretariat on Monday, where Prince Ukebu and his supporters took over the State Secretariat. And we've spoken to him earlier on. But at this moment, we are speaking with Reverend Augustine Ehemere, the chairman of the party in the state. And he's been saying quite a lot already. He's still with us here. Now, let's look at the impact this could have on your chances come the polls next year. Would it have any impact? Looking at the state of things, it's looking as if your party is in disarray. Would it impact your standard bearer? I'm talking about Professor Greg Ibe's chances of emerging come the polls.
Imagine for where he has emerged from the Congress.
I'm talking about the polls. I was specific. The polls next year. Would it have an impact?
All right. Let's see. I said it. Nanukebu cannot stop this party, and the party is not in disarray, and there is no faction in Apga in Abia State. That's number one. Nanukebu is not the state chairman of this party. Clearly, that is clear. The party is intact and under my watch. So I want to let Abians know that they need. Yes, I appreciate the youth said they want to, power to be. Abia State is so dirty, it's so filthy. Politically, administratively, the leadership is in a mess. Abia is in trouble. Abia needs deliverance, and it needs a man that is mature, a man that has capacity, a man that is not hungry to clean up Abia State. And that is why every Abian must know the trouble we are in Abia. Brigade Gibe is going to be the governor of Abia State come 2023. And I asked again, I have asked Abia North people, is it governor they want or is it a deputy? And the answer is yes. Abia North wants a governor and not a deputy governor. Well, that is the fact. I believe in equity.
Okay.
Of course, Apga has not produced a governor in this state and begin to talk. So by the time we finish with Greg Ibe in his 18 years tenure, we now begin to look at, what they call the thing can now shift to another zone.
The polls is still a far cry, very much away from where we are. There is no election done yet, and there is no governor emerging from your party. Until then, that which you are saying can be a reality. So we have to stay within the purview of what we are talking this morning. I would appreciate that. Now, I've got this very crucial question to ask you now. Would you take with both hands any form of reconciliation, your side of Apga and the side of Prince Augustine?
Hello?
Should I take the question yet again? I will do that.
You said, Augustine, it should be Prince Nnanuka.
Okay, yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Would you take with both hands any form of reconciliation within your camp and that of Prince Ukebu?
Thank you. You see, to answer this question, Prince Nnanuka has been a friend. If I don't see him as a friend, if I don't want him, because Apga wants everybody to join hands to deliver this state. During the time of Alex Soti, immediately Alex Soti emerged as the governorship candidate of Apga, I reached out to him, invited him to one hotel. I have witnesses. And I said, look, you were the state chairman of this party. We were all together. Come, let me reconcile you with Alex Soti. Let us all of us be on the same thing. You know, because the kind of character he is, he refused. He refused. I did everything to bring him on board. He refused. But yet, we entered into this guy in 2022. It's been a long time, and we are still there. And as I speak with you, I have never left this party to any other party, as he alleged that I left the party and then came back. No, and I never kneeled down to him. I rather came to him to tell him, as a hiring and firing politician he is, that he should not be doing such a thing.
What you are saying in essence is that you would accept any reconciliation move from his camp to get things on the same page and so you could free together. Is that what you're saying?
If he comes, we will accept him. If he conduct himself, if he comes to me genuinely, there is no faction. I want you to get clear, and I want Abians to get this clearly. There is no faction in Abia. Reverend Ehemere remains the state chairman of this party. Ukebu is not a Congress chairman. We have a constitution, for Christ's sake. He said he's a lawyer. Why is he telling lies? Why is he a political serial liar? Ukebu knows we have a constitution, for Christ's sake. So he is not a Congress chairman. Anybody that accepts Ukebu and see him as a state chairman, any candidate that does that wants to give a leeway, a loophole for their opponents to go to court. Ukebu is not a Congress chairman. We have a constitution. He cannot be. If he comes to me, we will reconcile and bring him in.
That's the point I've been waiting for you to come to. Let me sincerely appreciate you, Reverend Augustine Ehemere, for talking to us this morning on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions in the wake of the event of Monday. We can say from this very platform is that you all go sit down on a round table and reconcile yourself. But until then, thank you very much for talking to us. I am grateful.
You're welcome, Mr. Speaker.
All right. Oh, it's been an amazing time, hasn't it? The discussion this morning, and you already know what is happening and what could happen next. We've spoken from both parties. We've heard from them. We've spoken to them. We've heard from them. They've aired their own views on how things stand with them. At this moment, it's time for us to turn over the furniture and allow you to talk to us this morning. And like I said, I try to tell my guests this morning, when you calling, try as much as possible to be civil in your words, choose your words veritably, so you do not instigate violence somewhere else or something which is very uncanny and unheard of. The numbers to call now: 0808-1826-949 or 0811605249. Well, you could equally send a message to 0906510829. Let's get to hear from you. And then it's good to know that we are live on Facebook on facebook.com/Flow949FM. Go there and you can have a feel of what's happening in the studio. And if you wish as well to drop your comment there, very much welcomed. Who's going to be our first caller this morning? Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
It's good to have you join us.
Yes, I am Honorable Chief Okoro Leokoma Ukochinyere, one of our Igbo Jakro. Calling from us.
Go ahead with your comment.
Yes, I want to answer a question to Reverend Augustine Ehemere. Hello, Reverend Mosa.
Sadly, he's no longer here. We are done with the conversation and he's moved on. So go ahead, just make your comment.
Okay. Apga existing in Abia State. I want to ask you a question. Because in my community, especially in Bende local government, there is nothing like Apga in that place. I don't know whether Apga is existing or what, because our senior brother, being the founder of the party, is so far for God. I don't know what they are doing, because the party is not existing.
Okay. Thank you for your own take.
Now, no, I never finished. So,
you know,
as Augustine Emery to join another party. If I'm Augustine Emery or whatever, I will join another party. I will look for another party like the YPP or whatever.
Thank you very much. You don't get to promote any party at all on the program. We go on a break. When we return, we continue to take your calls. We're live on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Flu949FM so you could have a feel of how it is looking here in the studios. You can drop your comments there as well. I'm Wisdom Thomas to the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. What's your reaction to what we brought to the front burner this morning? Call us at the number 0808182649 or 0811605249. When you call us, tell us your name and location. Stay within the confines of what we're looking at this morning. Be civil and don't use uncanny words on radio. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us your name and location.
Bless you. Evangelist Ken, calling from Mumbai.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I have listened to the two men speaking on radio. My brother, as a man of God, quietly I have listened. I'm quite disappointed in the sense that my brother, the Reverend, who is a minister of God, should not have followed him to call him names, because I was listening to you. When he tried to call him names, you tried to stop him. But he came and voiced out all he has in his heart. As a man of God, you shouldn't follow people the way they're following you. Show a different example. Listen, we have bishops, we have reverends, we have pastors who are not doing what they ought to do. Why must he die in politics? Why not leave that system and do the work of God?
Thank you. Thank you very much for your own side of things this morning. Call us 08081826949. Good morning.
Good morning, Wisdom.
It's good to have you join us.
Who say man not the number? I'm calling from Mumbai.
Oh, who say man no day Monday? Welcome. Go ahead.
Happy weekend, my brother.
All the best.
Listen, I listened to Ukegbu yesterday, Pastor Ukegbu yesterday. I listened to Reverend Emery today. You know, when you compare and contrast the two comments, you know who is speaking the truth. Number one, nobody is above the law. You can't tell me that Reverend Emery is above the law. For adventure, what he's saying or he was saying is good, is true. Should have gone to law. Then this man came with evidence of what the judgment they got from the court. And there's no way man will use Hulom. Why he reported the case, and according to him, to the police people, then the Hulom that would not test away the police people. Allowed not able to occupy the office. It's a lie. When somebody is saying the lie is the truth, you know, and when somebody is saying what is not true, you still know. And even now that he left $50 million in that office, is that place a bank? So it tells me that when you plan to be a reference,
wrap up your thoughts now. Wrap up your thoughts.
To tell the whole world what is true. I believe that it is karma that is fighting him because of the way.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
What happened.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Hussein Manode, for your comment this morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We lost that very one. Continue to put the calls to 08081826949. 08116052949. Very much open to taking your calls Wednesday coming. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome. Good morning.
Good to have you. Good morning. May we meet you?
My name is Owakwechi on the line. Wisdom. Yeah, I don't have much to tell Yemen. The only thing there is this. If you play them very well and you decided to use Apga as a one banker, that means you're in a very big mess, because at the end of the day, you're not going to get anything. It's not even up to over 2. So you can now see what he's playing out. That Reverend Emery has been able to prove to his own paper now that he's no longer the state chairman. The question now is this: his state executives, what are they going to do with? What is this new man going to do with them? Is he going to chase them away
form a new committee that he will work with. If yes, that means the election of Apga in Abia State is not actually on the balance, because certainly even those people that will be removed by the new person will work against the party. So plus and minus, we need a strong Apga so that we need a strong Apga.
Wrap up your thoughts.
By 2023, PDP will deal with them decisively. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you for your own comment this morning on the platform. We continue to take your calls. Good morning. Thank you. We lost that very one. It's not panning out fine from that very side of things. Continue to call us. Let's give it a try again. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
It's good to have you join us. Go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Go ahead. If you can hear me, go ahead with your comments.
Hello.
Sadly, he's not hearing me. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
It's okay for today. I'm calling from Oman here.
Okay. Let's hear from you.
Okay. The only thing I have for Apga this morning is to tell the leadership of Apga that the earlier they amend their track was, the better for them. They should know that the election is forthcoming, and they have candidates who are to be prepared for the forthcoming election. So the earlier they bury their selfish interest, they bury their ego, and concentrate on building a conducive atmosphere for their candidates, the better for them. They should prepare for the winning of the election. People and their candidates are looking up to them. They should do the needful.
Okay. Thank you for your own comment this morning.
That is my take.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to unravel the comments on Facebook and then take them as we walk away from the studios. It's been an amazing time here. This one is coming from Ezeka Elvis. He says, greetings, expert political analyst, Wisdom Thomas. Happy New Month. All the best. He says, according to the old saying, two captains can't be in charge of a ship at the same time, and also two kings can't rule same kingdom at the same time. Let the present and past Apga leaders put aside their differences, their cracked walls, and put their houses in proper order. Okay, still staying with the comments there. This one is coming from Michael Ndubisi, and he says, let Apga put their house in order so that they can win the political. Wrapping up with the comments, Michael Ndubisi says, let Apga put a house in order so that they can win any position they are vying for in the state. From God's will, Chinenya Hezekiah says, good morning, Wheezy. Apga as a party is not ready to take over this state come 2023. They should go and make peace. That's according to God's will. From Chinedumo Kafo, he says, good morning, Flofm. Apga should amend their cracked walls. This leadership tussle can never help the party win the next election. Apga leadership should concentrate on creating a conducive platform for their contestants to win election. This is going to be the size of our package on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions this morning here on Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of Godson State. Let me sincerely appreciate my producer, Samson Eze, Ginekoloha, of course, the gentleman behind the visuals you're seeing on Facebook, Stanko and Chinedu. Thank you. My name is Wisdom Thomas. The platform will return on Monday, same time, same station. Stay with us. Happy weekend.